right, let's do it. Sorry, thanks, Layla. And all right, see. Let's see what's coming up for Layla. Turn it down for a second. Okay. Cool. Using the cards for a nice little check-in. Whoa. Wow. We have, I don't know if I said this last time, but we have a very big change going on for yourself right now. Oh, I went mute on you. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Can you, oh, you can hear me now? Okay, okay. So I'll show you the cards. So it's talking for you, Layla, like there's a really big change coming in for you, and it feels like it's in the works, on the way in the works. Like it feels like you've got something, yeah, it feels like there's something big being introduced or coming into your life. Um, and it changes things. I know that's very broad, but that's literally what I'm getting here is there's like a big change coming for you and it changes things like going forward. And it doesn't feel bad. This actually feels like an addition to your life. It feels like yeah, it could be something with either some type of situation or it's showing like a community thing too. It's showing me a lot of community stuff. I don't know exactly what that would mean. And we can always do a deep read if you want to look into that deeper. But essentially, like it's a good change. But it does bigger things for you over time too. Like this big change is going to continue to shift your life. And it's not like stressful. This feels really nice. It feels really good. It feels like over the course of time, it's just going to continue in this way. So it could be something with community or with your kids or something, but it feels really nice. So let me know how that feels when you hear that. It is big. It does feel like a big change. Let me know how that feels. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming into my tarot space. Intuitive tarot. Sometimes I use cards, sometimes I don't. It's all here and here and here. You definitely need to change. Aw, your postpartum's eating your. Aw, I'm sorry, love. You know, and I think that's why, to me, it feels like a gradual, continued change for you that's going to feel good. So hopefully, either it's like hormonal that the shift comes for you, or it's something that comes in to help you. But it definitely feels like it adds to your life in a nice way. So I hope that continues to move in that way for you. And big hugs for you too for the postpartum, Layla. Huge hugs to you. Aw, thanks, Mads. Thanks, Madison. Perfect. So you get any gift is a yes or no. So let's do this, Madison. My shirt color is awful for this. I can barely read the questions, but let me pin it. It'll help. Okay, let's see, Mads, Madison. Let's see. Um, yeah, I do. My first initial reaction, Madison, is a yes. Um, let me see. There's a tiny bit more. You can always shift and change that if you want to, like blocking them. But right now, it feels like it's a right decision for yourself to block. Does that make sense when you hear that? How does that feel also when you hear that? But I do get a yes. Thanks for all the likes, everybody. Appreciate it. Got like But sometimes I sit like this and my neck hurts. Sit back, sit back, enjoy, you know? We're here to enjoy and connect. I see. Yeah. I mean, and I think that we can always do a deeper read if you ever want. You can let me know. But, if you had to do that for yourself at first to either send a message, I think that's why they added, like, you can always change that. Um, you know? Totally. Of course, that's such a big thing to say. So, if you ever feel like you wanna chat about it with her, you can always try, but at the same time, I think what I'm getting with your response is that you sent a message that hurt, and you needed some space with it. So, you absolutely did the right thing. You can always maneuver that blocking if you want to, but yeah, I do get that it was a good decision for yourself at the time. Yeah, if you ever wanna talk it out with people, sometimes it can help if people are willing to listen, but go you, Madison, for yourself. I'm sorry that happened. It is a big kind of breach in trust for sure, and a pretty big thing to say. So, yeah. Oh, did you send another gift for another cue? Cute. If you ever wanted to do a deep read into something, so if it becomes like a bunch of questions for one thing, we'll probably have to do a deep read, but I can do another question for you, Madison, no problem. Hi, Brooks. How are you? Hey, Fab. Hey, everybody. So, in order to get a gift, or sorry, in order to get a yes or no question, a gift, and then for deeper responses, it's $5. Oh, my goal gift is different. Ah, shoot. Okay, yes. I switched my goal gift. Give me 1 second. I see you. Okay, give me 1 sec, everyone. I screwed something up for myself, so give me 2 seconds. So I've got Madison for another cue. I've got Madison for a yes or no. And then I have, how are you, Brooks? And then who gave me a lovely, and then Maribel. And then did I miss anyone who gave a gift for a yes or no? Maribel, I'm going to give you a deeper response because I messed up, not you. So Madison for a yes or no, Maribel for a deep response. Fab, you sent a rose, so Fab for a yes or no. Hey, Marielle, how's it going? Sunday, right? Happy Sunday. LG, you sent something as well. Okay, so LG for a yes or no. Ooh, this is gonna get busy here. Love it. I am so cozy. It was a little chilly today. I love a little cozy. Aw, that's cute, Marielle. Okay, so I have Madison, Maribel, Fab, then LG, and then I have to change something. And Catharsis, did I miss you? Do you want your name down as well? Thank you, everyone. Okay, okay, awesome. So I've got, these are all for a single question. Madison, Maribel, Fab, LG, Catharsis. Okay, so those are the orders for now. Maribel, because you sent a goal gift and my thing says a goal gift, I'll give you a deep response, but I have to change that now. So give me one moment. One moment. How do I do that? Oh no. Manage. Let's see. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, shoot. Sorry, one moment, everyone. Sometimes I'm not the best with this stuff. Okay, here we go. Edit, edit, go. Okay, here we go. Edit. Thank you for sending, everyone. Okay, I have to shift this. Silly me. Tricks are for kids. All right, do those. All right. This is for your, all right. All right. Confirm. Confirm. Okay. Phew. Okay. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Aw, thanks, Celeste. That's very nice. Oh, you did. Oh, you did. Okay, you're all good. I'll give you a deeper response then, Madison. No problem. Thank you. So I changed it again. I forgot that I made that sticker, but I'll honor that because I didn't change it before. Okay, Madison, you mind retyping your question, or if I might need to scroll up? Retyping your question. So I've got Madison, Maribel, Fab, LG, Catharsis. Thanks for following, Lisa. The goal gift is like one of these things up here, not that one. I don't know what it's showing you right now, but it's like bubbles. I think it's like heart bubbles. It's like heart bubbles. So a goal gift gives you a deeper response for your question, and any gift gives you like a quicker yes or no, just like a yes or a no. A goal gift gives you a deeper response for your question, or like $5 gives you a deeper response for your question. So yes. Okay, thank you, Madison. All right, let's do this. What's going on between you and Jonathan for a deeper response? Makes sense. Okay. Okay, Jonathan. Interesting. So with your relationships in general, Madison, I am getting that there's some reshuffling going on a little bit for you with your relationships in general. So I do want to just say that. And I guess that did come up from Jonathan and probably your previous question as well. If you ever wanted to look into that deeper or journal about it yourself to look into what that could mean, definitely getting something where you're getting a few of these things to come forward to help you like reshape the people, your relationships, not just romance. But let me see with Jonathan specifically. That was just an extra thing that I heard. I always share the extra things that come forward no matter what because they clearly want to say something, sometimes. So let's see. Yeah, it's interesting. It feels like Jonathan is keeping a lot to themselves, and I don't know if you would notice that or not because they're keeping information to themselves, but it feels like there's something that they're internalizing. It feels like there's something going on that's bigger than they're willing to share. And so I feel like that might be affecting how they're showing up or not showing up with you. So it does feel like there's something that's not being shared. And I feel like what's possibly going on with you and Jonathan is that that becomes this like kind of subconscious or conscious like um like it'll enter into your relationship or the dynamic either way and it affects it, not necessarily in like the best way. Does that make sense when you hear that? Let me know. And if it's always okay, by the way, if you're ever like, that doesn't resonate, that's totally fair in this space. Just know that. Yeah. So it just feels like there's something that they're not sharing and it feels like it's affecting them or like it's like a pretty big thing or something like that. Like there's something not being shared and that's affecting the dynamic. So that's kind of what I get. Hi, Dakota. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I have a Dakota who's a super fan. I don't think that's you, is it? He seems closed off and his ex recently cheated on him. Yeah, I think he's sharing the damage and stuff that's done with that. I think there's some stuff around that that's also not being shared. I know, right, Marius? I know. So I hope that helps, Madison. And if you ever wanted to do a deeper reading on that, let me know. The lineup, is it a lineup? What do I usually call it? The queue is open. I forget what I call it. Also, I wonder if he Oh, I see. Yeah, if you wanted to do a deeper reading into that, let me know because there's definitely I'm getting quite a bit for them, for him. But whatever he's going through, it is affecting things and not necessarily in the best way. So being mindful of that and being aware of that for yourself can help either way. But yeah, just let me know. Maribel, are you here? So I hope that helped, Madison. Let me know. Um, the list is open. Oh my gosh, the list is open for like this light. Let's see. It's a little darker, but like I just don't like that light. That was too warm. All right, Maribel. So again, I've got Maribel, Fab, LG, Catharsis, and list is open. All right, deeper response for you too, Maribel. Let's see, let me pin it. Hi, Dakota. If you sent, did you send a gift? Dakota, is that what you saying you sent a gift? Okay. Nick have feelings for you still. Wow, I got a pretty quick response. So you get a deeper response. So yes, Nick still has feelings for you. Yes, that is the first thing that came forward was a yes energy. And it does feel that they are like Nick is like actively trying to change things for himself. Like he's trying to move into new things, new situation, new things. And so he could be focused on the new quite a bit. And it doesn't take away from his feelings for you, but it like his focus is in this new. Does that make sense when you hear that? If not, I can explain. So yes, there are still feelings there, but they're like, and they're oh, he's currently in the Air Force. Whoa, cuckoo, that's crazy. That's awesome. Wow. Um, yeah, I mean, yes, that's a very big deal. Being in the Air Force is a very big deal, and it also feels like that's a part of their new, you know? The Air Force is a part of their new. It does feel like there's other news that they're focusing on as well in their life, but that's definitely a very big one. But yeah, they still have feelings for you, so I hope that helps, lovely. And if anyone wants to do a deeper read, list is open, and it's the info is right there. Oh, you did, Dakota. Perfect. So I added your name. Aw, you're welcome. Big love to you, Maribel. Fab, are you still here? Yay. Are you able to retype your question by chance? Ooh, look, we're almost at 5K likes. At 10K likes, I give away free questions or free answers, I guess. Thank you, Fab. All right. Does Q want something serious with you? Let's see. Interesting. Okay. So it feels, Fab, that they are blocking themselves from something serious, which could, and big hugs for you, but it kind of feels like the way that they're blocking themselves would also affect how like they would or want something serious with you. What? Does that make sense? So it's like they might be at a no place for themselves right now. Because there, it seems that there's a blockage. So I hope that makes sense. And big hugs to you. Hope it gives you clarity and insight to move forward. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah. Big hugs to you, love. Thanks for following, Debbie. Oh, yay, Debbie. I like this song. Thank you. I'll add your name for questions if you want, Debbie. So I've got LG. Are you here? I've got LG, Catharsis, Dakota, then Debbie for questions. List is open for deeper reads and things like that as well. I think I've kind of lost my voice the last few days a little bit. Like, oh, raspy. Is LG Catharsis? Are either of you here? Yay. Okay, Catharsis, let's do yours. Lovely. Can you retype your question, lovely Tarsus, if you haven't already or not already? Aw, this year was a big year, wasn't it, Catharsis? Wasn't it? There was a lot of like this year for many was a lot of like grungy, not fun movement internally a lot. And it showed up externally as well, but it was like I can feel that maybe it's for you specifically too, but um what did my TikTok telling me? Okay, let's see. I'm already hearing things for you. So, you know, you get you get a yes or no here too, but I do hear that like things things are there's a lot of internal feelings for you, and it feels like coming up for the next year, it's going to ease. It's the wrong way to say it. It's going to ease up. So yes, there's going to be happier moments. It feels like step by step. Like it feels like step by step. Your things will start feeling better, which then brings in more happiness. Does that make sense when you hear that? I'm sorry it was such a tough year. That's lots to hold. You did a great job. I can feel it. Yeah. So, yeah, step by step, bit by bit, yes. Like, yes. I hope that helps. If anyone has missed giving a gift and they want on the list for their questions, let me know. I have Dakota, then Debbie. It was a lot this year. I know I felt it. Oh, I'm sorry, catharsis. But yes, you've got this, and it will continue to like move into the new year in a good way. Yeah, I think that's a part of it. If you ever wanna do a deep read, let me know, but I think that's a part of it, is that you start putting things together for yourself too, which does affect our external world as well, so yes. I'm here if you need anything, anytime, Catharsis. Alright, you're welcome. Dakota, are you here still? I've got Dakota, Debbie, and then am I missing anyone that has given a gift and wants a question? You're here, Dakota, yay. Do you want me to scroll up and it might take a sec, or would you like to just retype your question on it? A lot of people copy and paste sometimes. You're like, "I already did." Okay, let's do it. I love that. I love that. Okay, funny. Is Maddie planning on running into ooh, yeah, I'm getting a yes on that, but let me double check that for a second. That was an immediate yes, and so let me just see if anything else comes forward. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, interesting. Oh, I can see the moon from where I'm sitting. It's very pretty. Interesting energy around this though, Dakota. I don't know how to describe this. Like they do have intention. It feels like there's like, I don't know how to say this. Like, and it doesn't always have to be like, you know, sneaky or anything, but it does feel like there's like other intentions of trying to run into you or something like that. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I do get that there's definitely intention of that. There's some interesting energy there. So I'm curious to see how it comes forward for you or how it comes through, but it does feel like that's the plan for certain things, for certain reasons. So, ah, hmm, yeah, it's a networking event for yeah. Huh, that's an interesting one. There's an interesting, like, there's just an interesting energy here. It's just interesting. Not bad necessarily. Mm, not fantastic or bad, just is, but there's an interesting energy here. But I do plan that I do feel that they have a plan to, yeah, get in there somehow. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting stuff. If anyone ever wants to do a deeper read with anything that comes up, please let me know. You're welcome. You're welcome. List is open for any and all. I've got Debbie next, and then if anyone has given a gift of any kind and you want a yes or no question, let me know. I can add you to the list. I have spots open for the deeper read as well. There you are, Debbie. Awesome. Ooh, interesting question. Let's see. Will you be in a relationship? I have to get the cards to help me with this one. I'm getting feelings about it already. Wow, I'm hearing some interesting things. Huh. Oh, it's so hard for me to not give deep responses for everyone. It really is. But I'm like not have to manage my energy too. Okay, so let me feel through how I can vocalize this. It feels like Debbie, and I feel like a lot of times, if someone were to say this to me before I was in a relationship, I really wanted to be in a relationship for a long time. But I don't think I like, frick, it's so hard to describe. It feels like there's still more learning to do, Debbie, and, like, that can be such an annoying thing to hear. You can change that, by the way. You can change that completely. You can change it tomorrow. You can change this energy tomorrow if you so desire. But it feels like there's, like, more space to get ready for that relationship. Does that make sense when you hear that? And sorry if that's frustrating, but we can always look into that deeper if you want because, like, it's a matter of us, like, moving with where we're at and what we desire and our internal blockages and narratives and, there's so many things, but, um, interesting. Yeah. Let me know how that feels if it's like yeah, I know, right? That's the thing. So I remember because I was single for 7 years before I met my current partner right now, my partner, and I was feeling ready the whole time. Like, for those 7 years, I was like, "I'm ready. What is this?" And then, going through everything in hindsight and being in things, like, when you're in it, you're like, "Oh, I get it." But I was, like, so frustrated and sad. And again, Debbie, you can change this, right? Like, right now the energies say like there's still time to like be to do things to release blockages to shift things like annoying to hear um but yeah if you do if you do you fuck. I have a free manifestation guide and I think it could help like it could be one step that can help if you aren't already doing a lot of this inner work or something, which I gather you have some. But I have a free manifestation guide that could help. If it doesn't help, just let me know. I'll be like, that didn't help at all. But I'll put they don't really let me put things here. So let me try and figure out. It's Rebecca'sHealingHub.com, but like let me try and I'll type it without the .com. Okay. So like sometimes they don't like when you do that. So let me just like let me put the does that show? Let me know if that shows or not, because sometimes it doesn't show. I just put a comment on. Yay, okay, so .com, there's a free manifestation guide, give it a try and let me know, how that goes. Because those things can help, like, internal things can help shift timelines and stuff. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for the gifts and everything. Ooh, pretty ones. Thanks, everyone. Sorry, I'm just looking at some art, decorating my new place, getting some inspiration. And if anyone wants questions, I'm still doing it. I'm just enjoying this little moment. So, Megan. Hi, Megan. Thanks, lovely. Yes. Yes, Marielle. Do you want a question or a deep read? Oh, look it. Yes, you can. Yes, I can. So let me just give me 1 second, everyone. I see you all. Give me one moment. Yes, I can add you all to the list. I see you all. Shoot. Okay. Shoot. Adiza, I forget how I say your name. I forgot to write it down. Is it Adiza or Adiza? I forget. I have to write it down. And I don't know. I thought I did. And I don't see it. I'm going to add you to the list. Which one? E or I? Adiza or Adiza? I don't know why I didn't. Adiza. Oh, cute. Thanks for the ghost. Oh, Adiza. Shit. Sorry. Adiza, correct? Oh my gosh, sorry. Okay. I'm gonna say Adiza, and if I'm wrong. Okay, so I have Megan. No, the first one? Was that Adiza? Adi? Oh, the first one. Queen. Adiza. Okay. Adiza. Oh shit. Am I saying it right? I don't know where my energies are now, but we're good. We're good for the readings, but for some reason I'm getting tripped up. Okay. Adiza. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say that I have it written down now. And I know, right? I mean, technically I can put people on, but that's for like deeper reads if people want. Yes. So I got Megan, Adiza, and Mario. All right. So Megan, and actually all three of you are super fans, love crew members, so you get deeper responses. Oh, just for the names? I know, right? Yeah, I agree. But sometimes I have had people on, like I think once I had someone on with like the video chat for a deeper read. It was kind of cool. All right, so Megan, if you can retype your question. So again, order is Megan, Adiza, and Marielle. Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's see, Megan. Let's see. have an old friend coming to me. Mhm. I uh, yes. Did we read on this one before? Maybe. Um, if not, it feels familiar. So, like it yes, it feels like okay, yeah, it feels like there's, a quietness about the love side of it, and I guess what I mean by that is that they're figuring things out or they're internalizing things or they're, like, keeping it, within their energy to feel through this because I even have the 6 of Cups, which is, like that's literally in these decks in tarot, that's, like, old flames, old things, old something, right? Something from the past. That's literally here. And it feels like that they're sorting through, they're sorting through all the feels to get to that place. I think that I do get them being, like, quite careful in a nice way, like, careful for themselves, careful for you. Like, I think they're also giving you the space too to see, like, whether you talk about it or not, feels like they're giving you space as well. It feels, like, nice, like, it feels like the intention is nice, but yeah, I do feel the intention is depths there, but they're internalizing a lot of it, um, to see, you know? Create safety around it for themselves and for you to also do that. Does that make sense when you hear that? It's funny because not funny, but it's interesting. As soon as I locked into your energy, I was like, "Oh, I've been in this energy before." Um, wanna know. Let me know how that feels. Hmm. Technically, that's another cue. Let me just see if it comes up quickly or not. Uh, kind of. Not very clear. I'd have to do like a pretty. Uh, Let me know if you wanted to like send another gift. I can tap into it a bit more or something for you because I'm like, there's more information essentially. Hi, yeah, yeah. I'll add you to the list. Um, cute. I've never seen that one. Oh my gosh, that was a cool one. Thanks. Awesome. Hi, Yaya. I have Adiza, Marielle, then Yaya for questions. That's perfect. Oh, Megan, you're awesome. I appreciate you. That's awesome. Okay, let me scroll up. Let's do it. Thank you, lovely. I appreciate you. Okay. Um, yeah, so it feels like right off the bat, my first, and I'm going to clarify this because this is not a clear answer because I get kind of, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to give that to you as your answer. Let's go deeper into that. But it's like kind of, yeah. And oh, that makes sense to me. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll make sure to give you a response that feels like we've got some clarity. So the reason I think it's saying is kind of, yeah. So when I originally tapped into this energy, and I was like sharing what's coming forward. It's that they're also creating space for you to feel, decide. Like it feels like there is a carefulness in a nice way, but it feels like there's a carefulness. And so the kind of to me feels like that's the space they're giving you. So do you have to be the one to reach out? Like, no, you don't have to be the one to reach out. I think if enough time passed, that they would reach out to you. Um, but I do feel that they're like it feels like ooh, like nervous on their end a little bit, giving you space, but it also feels like, yeah, they're also actually giving you space. Like it feels like there's a maturity behind it, but there's also nerves behind it, in terms of reaching out. And they want to make sure that you feel you've had time. So like, are they waiting for you to reach out? Like not really. Like I think they're giving it time to see if you want to reach out, and then if enough time passes, I gather they're going to reach out. That this is the response I'm getting. If it's not clear, something just like let me know and I can work to make sure it's clear for you. But that's what I'm getting. It doesn't feel like, yeah, it just feels like they're giving space and they're ready to step in after some time or something. Does that make sense? Ooh. Yeah, there's a way to do that for sure. Yeah, we can check into possibilities. Hi, Tina. I'll add you to the list. Aw. Aw. Okay, so yes, that is another cue, if you want, Megan. But yeah, if you want to do a deep root ever, just let me know. But yeah. And then Adiza, you're next. I've got Adiza, Marielle, Yaya, then Tina. Perfect. Hmm. All right, Megan, let's step in. Um, if you want to send a nice little gift again after, that would be pleasant. Okay. Is there any if you reached out, are you meaning reaching out in terms of like a romantic reach out or just like a reach out as a friend, Megan? Oh, okay. It's interesting to me because I still either way, I mean, not either way, but in you reaching out as a friend, thanks, Amy, I'll add you to the list. With you reaching out as a friend, it feels like it still gives them a little bit of like nerves, like they still get excited nerves a little bit. And they're like, oh, there you go. But I feel my energy around that from them, from what I feel right now, is like, even though they get the initial cute little nerves, it does feel like it opens up into like either responding or you know, going into that hangout energy and stuff like that. And like, yeah, honor yourself. If you want to reach out, like, and it feels good for you and you need that, then go for it. You know, I'm a huge advocate for taking care of your needs. Um, and stepping into for yourself for your needs. So yeah, does that make sense when you hear that? Right. But yeah, if you know, with your question, if you reached out as a friend, they'd be like little nerves because they have the little feels too. And yeah, and then I feel like they'd be open into that. And then like, you know, they have the little feels too. So that will show up or that will like be there while you do like, you know, hang out potentially. Does that make sense? And then Megan, I'm gonna go to the next questions. And if you want it again, we can add you. Oh, you're the best. That's sweet. So cute. That's something I haven't seen. But yeah, let me know if that yeah. So the feelings will be present. But yeah, you're welcome, lovely. And yeah, I can add you again if you want. I just want to make sure I get to everyone here too. Um, big love to you, Megan. You got this. Honor yourself, Megan. Honor your needs. Okay, Adiza, I saw you posted your question above. Either retype it or send a heart. And then I have Adiza, Marielle, Yaya, Tina, and Amy on the list for questions. 444 on the timer. Cute. And then we're almost at 10K. At 10K, I decide how many questions I want to answer. I have to see how my energy is. We're almost there. Yay. Ooh. Is it filtering it or I'm gonna scroll up. I'm gonna scroll up as well, Adiza, but if you're typing, you might be typing. Are you still here? There it is. Okay, let me pin it and then we'll make sure you're still here. Send me a heart if you're here, Adiza. Marielle, are you here for after? Thanks, Amy. Aw, that's nice. Thanks. Okay, cool. Maybe Adiza went for a little wander. I can always put her. Marielle, do you want to do your? Oh, I think she's back anyways. So that's perfect. Adiza, are you here? It's your turn. You're here. Okay. Okay. Oh, you want a deep read? Oh, okay, Marielle. That sounds good. Did you say you want to go? Oh, that's okay, Adiza. No problem. Marielle, I'll put you later. But Marielle, why don't you let me know when you're ready? We can do a DM or a deep read. I mean, deep read because we're here, not in DMs. Okay, let's go to. Let me scroll up again. Adiza. So my list right now is Adiza, Yaya, Tina, Amy, and then Marielle. What the heck? I just had it. I just had your question, Adiza. Where did it go? That's good. I'm just looking for your question again. I just had it a second ago. Meow, meow, meow. The heck? Okay, thank you for typing that again. I don't know where it went. That was so weird. All right, let's do that. Mike's energy. So for our lovely super fans, you get a deep response for questions each live. One free deep response per live. Okay. And that's what we're doing here. Mike. Let me see. Okay. Mike. Interesting. Interesting. Mike. Would it make sense to you, Adiza, to hear? Yeah, let me know if this makes sense or not, or if you would know this or not. But it almost feels like Mike is like, I don't know how to describe this. Mike is operating out of fear of loss. And so it's like Mike's energy towards you is actually really nice. It's really awesome and it's great. And underneath it all, they're operating from a place of loss. And that can show up in a number of ways. But it can be that there's like these little mental blockages or they hold back at certain like places or parts of things. But so it feels like Mike's energy towards you is there and it is really awesome. And there's like a fear of loss, which is super interesting. So let me know if that makes sense or not, or if you would know that or not, but that's what I'm getting. And so that fear would do like these interesting little things. So let me know how that feels. Loss doesn't have to be like loss could be like well, it can be a lot of things, but loss can be like um a breakup from an old relationship. Loss can be an animal that leaves your life and it hurts. And It's like the fear of things being good almost kind of. Does that make sense? Like, um, it's like when things are good, you worry it's gonna get taken away, kind of. So that can like definitely affect how someone is able to show up fully, if that makes sense, or able to show their feelings fully. Like that can affect that. Does that, yeah. Let me know if that makes sense. And if anyone wants to do a deep read, my list is open. I have a deep read with Marielle here. Uh, uh, ah, well, that would make sense. Oh, yes, we've looked into, yeah, I see. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it does feel like, oh, well, that would make perfect sense to me. But that's in general for them. It makes sense to me in terms of their feeling. Yeah, feelings towards you are good. There is the fear of loss, which could be the marriage, and that the like either possible divorce would also factor into how they show up or don't show up with you, right? So it definitely confirms loss. Yeah, I think we've checked in on that before, um, but yeah, we can. If you wanted to do it like another like more information read or anything, you just let me know. But um, it does feel like that is looming, I guess, essentially. Well, this is a deeper wound for them too, but yeah. Oh, again? You mean like since the last time? Yaya, are you still here? So I've got Yaya, Tina, Amy, Marielle, and then Marielle's doing a deep read, and my list is still open for deep reads. Okay, awesome, Yaya. Awesome. Afraid he wants you for support many times. He could. He could. That yeah, we'd have to really tap into their energy, in which we can if you want. If you want to do like deeper read or anything, let me know. He can be. There are like it's mixed. Like there's so much stuff here that we can talk through if you want, but like there's so much stuff here that like yeah, he could be doing that. And there's also good feelings for you too. So good for you then. Good for you. Yeah. Queen, get it, Adiza. If you're feeling that way and you have that intuition feeling, because yeah, he absolutely can be doing that. It doesn't mean he doesn't have feelings for you, but it doesn't mean he's going to operate in the best way right now necessarily. You know what I mean? So based on this like fear of lot, anyway, it's kind of complex, but good for you. Like follow your intuition and set boundaries, and it's okay to like ask for more. You know what I mean? Good for you. Hey, Sean. I am enjoying my weekend a lot. Thank you. Are you? I hope you are. Good for you. Yeah, that's like follow what you need. That's the most important thing over what I say or anyone says is you following your intuition. And we did pick up on something like this, right? And so, yeah, I definitely get you could be doing that, but it's complex, but it doesn't mean that that's okay with you, right? So, yeah, totally. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Set those boundaries for yourself. And it's okay to ask for more. In fact, it's great to match up with your deserve level, you know? Definitely. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I've got Yaya, Tina, Amy, and Marielle for a deep read. And you can add your name. If you sent a gift and a question and I didn't say your name, please send me. You're welcome. Go you, Adiza. You've got this. Hey. Sorry, my thing is in the way. Hello. Nico. Your name's Nico, right? Like it's actually Nico? It's been a long time. All right. Yeah, yeah. Do you want to put your yeah, I know, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I totally recognize that. Sorry, my thing is in the way of like all the comments. Oh, Nicole. Let me write it down, Nicole. Let me write it down. I want to say it right. Oh, wait, my God, I did write it down already here. What the heck? I must have you down twice here. I do. I have you down twice, Nicole. silly me. Okay, let me just move you on my little list of people's information. Okay, Nicole, I got you. Oh, you just got it to me, go. Oh, that's why. Okay, cute. Got it. Anyways, okay, so we got Yaya, Tina, Amy, and then Nicole, if you, I don't know if you're a super fan or not, I don't think it says it, but or you want to send a gift for a yes or no, you just let me know. And then I have Marielle. So Yaya, Tina, Amy, Marielle for a deep read. I can add more people for questions. Oh, I'm getting so warm. It wants like cooling down. These lives make me warm. Okay, yeah, let's do your question. Ooh, will you get your settlement this week? Good question. Let's see. Hmm. Ooh. Hmm. I just heard something. I want to affirm it or not affirm it with the cards. So let me just see. Oh, you'd like to do a deep read. Sounds good, Nicole. I'll add you down. Um, okay. So the first thing that I hear, yeah, and I'm like, I heard these things take time. And I know this, and I think you would know this too. I gather you would know that too, that these things take time. That's the first thing I heard though. So I was like, okay, what does that mean? Does that mean, wow, I've got some good energy here. Wow. Okay. So if you've been waiting for a long time already, Yaya, like this is really good energy. Like it is coming for you very soon. Like if it's not this week, it's literally coming into your energy. Like get ready for it, is essentially what I'm getting. Pretty strong energy. So I don't know if you've been waiting a long time or not already, which I'm assuming you may have, but your wait will be worth it. You know what I mean? So very soon. So yes, it could be this week, but if it's not this week, it's very soon. It's incoming. Incoming. Oh, honestly, there's a part of I share my story. I can't really say it here. The unintentional PORN star, and that's like I had something bad happen, and I wasn't also in. Give me one second. I also was in some legal stuff to support myself and care for myself. It takes so long, 5 years or longer, right? Or like sometimes for things. So I hear you on that. But it's incoming and it's saying like it's coming. So if it's not this week, it's coming and quite soon. It's in your energy. If you ever want to do anything to like release, clear your energy, yeah, exactly. Continue praying. Absolutely. Clear your energy and open your readiness up. There's so many things you can do to like help yourself, but you're doing great. And it's definitely coming for you. So keep clearing your energy and praying and all of those things. Yeah, yeah. Sending you tons of love. Okay, so I have Tina and Amy for questions. Marielle and Nicole are both doing deep reads. Oh, you are? It's also for it's PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, and it's my username Rebs the Recca. And then if you're having tons of issues with that, just let me know. We can figure something out. There's another method, but I'd have to message you privately for it. Thanks. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the roses. We're almost at 10K. If I ever miss it, you're welcome. If I ever miss the 10K mark, you people tell me. Oh, Tina, are you still here? Tina, Amy? Then I have Marielle and Nicole for deep reads. I don't know why I get so sweaty. Well, I know why I get so sweaty doing these lives because it's a lot of fantastical energy, but oh, it's like it's chilly out today. And I'm sitting here getting a hot flash that's not hormone related. Oh, gee. Anywho, Tina, Amy. If anyone else is here and has sent a gift and wants a question, let me know. I'm gonna kind of so I've got Tina, Amy, Marielle, if you're here, or Nicole, if you're here for the deep read. List is still open here for a while today. Feels nice. Oh, yes. Hi, Stacy. Aw, you're so sweet. I love that. Ooh. Aw, thanks. I'm a cozy day today. Thank you. I'm having a cozy day today. Ooh. If Marielle or Nicole are here, we can also do your deep read. And States, if you want a question, we can do a deep response question for you too. And then Tina and Amy, I don't think you're still here. Dodgers won yesterday. People. Why is this so scary? Oh my gosh. Wow. That was yesterday. Now I need this light. OMG. Literally didn't happen today. I'm only a little bit like this because I'm a Jays fan. Okay. Can you hear it? There's some guy in our area that loves the Dodgers. Let's just say that. And like yesterday, they were yelling by themselves for like hours. It's kind of funny. And then they're doing it again now. Mm, we love it. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for being here. Did you send a? If you send a gift, I can do a. You were rooting for the Jays too, or were you? I was rooting for the Jays. Ooh. Oh, no, you're good. You said you're good. Let me answer. Let me answer for you, Stephanie. You're good. You sent some gifts. You're very sweet. All right, let me turn my music down. Let's do this, Stephanie. Thanks for the follow. Okay, did Tom's third party end things with him because my earrings are interesting? Let's see. Oops, why can't I open the full message? Oh, you're so sweet, Stephanie. Of course. You sent a gift. You're good. Shoot. Ah, there we go. Tom's third party. Ooh, ooh, I feel lots of feels. I feel lots of feels. Interesting. I'm honestly, Steph, I'm getting like the whole thing of like what possibly went down because I'm like, I don't know if like Tom like tried to hide it. I don't know. I don't know if it was successful. Interesting. What? Hold on here. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, there's the response. Yeah, I kind of feel like he either like I don't know if he like tried to play it off as like if it wasn't there or tried to hide it and it wasn't successful. Essentially, yeah, I'm getting that like it did cause a big thing and like there is ending energy here whether they followed through with ending or not. It definitely feels like that is coming forward, so it feels like that there's a high possibility of like the third party doing that. It has an ending energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was successful, but like it is ending energy, so there's definitely talks of it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's so interesting. They gave me like the whole scenario of what happened. But yeah, I that's what I get. So let me know how that feels, Stephanie. Nicole, are you still here? Did you figure anything out? Yeah, of course, Stacy. You get a free question every live. He wasn't feeling too well. Yeah, that would not feel too good. That's true. Hi, everyone. If you send a gift, I'll do a yes or no question for you. If you send a gold gift, I'll do a deep response for your question. $5 also for a deep response question. I have two potential deep reads that are getting booked. I don't know if Nicole was having issues with the payment. Let me just check something quickly. He usually feels something. Yeah. Well, good for you. Like creating boundaries for yourself. What the, what is going on here? No, what is going on here? Oh, there's my messages. Okay. I see you, Stacy. Stacy, Marielle, or Nicole? Okay, cool. Ooh, baking. Um, hmm, okay. Oh well. Okay. Um, okay, Stace, let's do yours. And then Marielle, do you want to do your deep read after? And then I think I must have missed Nicole. So dark on my computer. Oops. Okay. Are you still here, Stacey? Let me know. TikTok's being weird right now. Okay, I don't know what TikTok's doing. It's gonna show. No. Anyways, what? Ah, Uber, Uber. Wait, what? Okay, sorry. My technology is being interesting. It's being interesting. Sorry, give me one moment. Okay, sounds good. God darn it. Oh, darn it. Oh my gosh, I don't remember my password for one of these. Okay, thanks. Oh my gosh, why can't I even type? This is probably a part of the question. I put that in. Silly me. All right. Just making sure everything's good. Okay. I am here. Except for one thing. How do I check? No. No. Oh, I think this is it. Okay. One moment. I think I figured something out. Why? Oh my gosh. Technology is being interesting to me right now. All right. I tried. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, Stace. Thanks. I'm here. Sorry. Thank you. Right? Yeah. See you. Like truly. All right. Yeah, yeah. Corey and you go out again. Let's see. What did Corey? Corey. Corey. Interesting. It feels like Corey's sort of showcasing some like through the cards. Um, Corey is showcasing some like either like closed off feelings or behavior, not feelings, behavior. And it's not necessarily like, I mean, it might show up for you. It's not necessarily towards you. It just feels like it's in their system somewhere. It's in their habits or something like that. So technically that could present itself to you in terms of like whether that's hanging out or not. But it just shows like Corey is showing an expression of like King of Swords or something, or like there was even more than just the King of Swords. Like there's some old habits that exist, and I think that what I'm gathering is they're bringing that forward within his energy right now, if that makes sense. So yeah, let me know how that feels. What the fudge buckets is going on? Oh, wow, he keeps presenting it. Like, it kind of shows it, like, yes, you can go on another date. Um, it does feel like, yes, you can go on another date potentially, it just, like, he keeps, like, exhibiting the same cards. So that's also, I think, that they're bringing that forward for you. Yeah. Yeah, it was like, this was one of the cards, one of King of Swords, this, like, the 9 the 9 of Wands. You know, there is other energy present, but yeah, he's, like, definitely exhibiting some of those, like, guarded energies. So, yes, you can go on another date, and I think for you just being, like, aware and mindful that he might have some, like, possible unavailable tendencies to him, and I think, of course, for you, it's, like, important to chat with him and, like, see if you can gauge it or see if he'll open up about it because it doesn't necessarily stop him from hanging out with you, but he might present a lot of those qualities, which, like, for you, is that something that you would want? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I'm getting. Does that make sense? Yeah. Hi, Jasmine. My list, I'm looking out for Marielle and Nicole possibly. So Marielle has a deep read. Then Nicole, I don't know if Nicole is not here anymore. Um, so Marielle, then the list is open. So it's quite open. Uh, that's fair. Like, it's fair that he's busy. It's just, it also feels like it's potentially more than just being busy, if that makes sense. My TikTok's doing something weird on my computer. Either way. Marielle, are you here? And then Jasmine, did you want to add yourself for a question? Oh, you did? Okay, perfect. Well, good timing, Jasmine. Very cute. So that's I love that. I love that, Stacey, and if you want more and he wants more, I feel like what I'm gathering for him is, for you, talking it through, really talk it through, see if you can gather information on where he might be in terms of being, like, guarded or have these old possible tendencies where he has, like, King of Swords and guarded energy, you know what I mean? So I hope that helps, lovely Stace. Keep being aware. And then Jasmine, I got you. So, I don't know if Marielle's here or not. So Jasmine, I just need to check in with Marielle to see if she's here for her deep read, and then I have you on the list as well for a deep read. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, lovely Stace. You got the scene. You want me to do, she's got a deep read? Okay. So Jasmine, if you're ready, we can do your deep read first, and then we'll do Marielle's after. I don't know why my message didn't go through here. Frustrated now. Okay, perfect. You're cooking? You got cooking and baking going on right now. Do you want me to wait? Is that what you're saying? Or are you ready? You let me know, Jasmine. I love it. Oh, it's okay. You both are busy. I can just kind of you just let me know when you're all ready and good to go. is the manifesting for deep read. Wait, what manifesting? The thingy? That? Aw, thanks. That sounds good, Stacy. Okay, you're good, Jasmine. Let me know. Oh, you messaged me, right? Oh my gosh, what is my screen doing? Why am I having so many technological issues right now? Oh, we did 10K. Oh, this gift is for a question, for a deep response for a question. A deep read is 32. So the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, um, for a deep read. And then this goal is for a deep question, or $5 for a deep question. Any gift is like a yes or no. If you're a super fan, you get one free question, deep question per live. And then I'm gonna move into Jasmine's deep read, but I'm here to answer any of your questions, lovely Danielle. And so, Jasmine, when we step into your energy, and for anyone that does a deep read, just know that I will start the timer because it's around 11 minutes, and then if the live happens where there's an interruption, which does happen, I pause the timer. I make sure the timer is only going when I'm in your energy. Is deep read on one-on-one, do you mean? Yeah, we can do deep reads. I think I sent you a message back, but we can do deep reads either privately through direct message, um, or we can do it here on the live. I also do one-on-ones like via Zoom. Oh, sorry. No, a deep read is like 11 minutes, so you can ask quite a few questions. Let's say like anywhere between 4 and 6, depending on how far things go. One question is the yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. You just let me know. I'm gonna go into Jasmine's deep read, everyone. List is open. I have Jasmine and Marielle for deep reads. And if you want a question or a deep read or anything, let me know. So Jasmine, let's step in. I gotta get my timer ready. Okay, I see your aw. Let's pin your thing. Let's start tapping in. Okay. Aw. That's okay, Jasmine. Somebody can hug. Okay. Did you type another question or do you want me to just do a general check-in with David's energy or your energy with David? Let me know where you want me to start, lovely Jasmine. I only see this one question, by the way, or this one comment. Okay. All right, let's do that. David. All right, David. Okay, I'm in David's energy. I haven't started the timer yet. Oh, I love this song. What are you gonna say, David? Hmm. Yeah, okay. I see. I see. So interestingly enough, and let me know how this feels, if this resonates or doesn't. And it's okay to be like, no, this doesn't resonate. But what I do get is that they're sort of being like, you're actually not delusional with David, because like also like so much love for you. You're doing great. Um, they're kind of talking that your intuition knows more. Like your intuition knows. Like you deep down, and sometimes it's hard for us to hear our intuition. Sometimes it can be like when we're going through things, it can be harder to hear our intuition or something. But they're kind of saying like you intuitively you know more than I think you either give yourself credit or maybe you like can't see because you're human and like fair enough. I hear you on that too for myself, right? So it does feel like David is like presenting you with things to kind of that could make you feel confused. Um, I'm gonna look further into David's energy, but that's almost like with David's energy and also with the cards, so I'm getting tingles. That means I'm getting knocked in. But With David's energy, it feels, oh my gosh, so many tingles. It feels like there is a lightness, like, I get, like, David, and let me know if this resonates or not, but David feels, oh, oh, Alex, you get a deep question after. Um, aw, thanks, everyone. Um, I paused the timer, Jasmine, but it can, let me know if this resonates or not, Jasmine, that he presents himself as, like, a light person, which he kinda is, like, I get he presents himself in this, like, this manner where it feels light. Would that resonate with you or not? Thanks, Alex, you're light. I've got you down on the list after I'm just in a deep read with, Jasmine. I've got you on the list if you have a question or 2. Yeah, so, okay, so then we're in David's energy. So, yeah, it feels like, and I guess another question too, um, frick, I have to pause it again because I'm like, it's such an interesting, so it almost feels like he presents himself, I don't know if you know tarot, but I'll describe this card. So this is like David's energy. Deep down, David is like kind of confused himself a little bit from what I hear. And essentially because he's confused within himself, it's like it could potentially confuse you a little bit. And confuse, if that's not the right word, it just feels like it might not be completely, like things aren't completely clear or cleared out or something like that. Like David presents himself with this energy of one thing and kind of like, and it doesn't have to be like bad, by the way, what I'm saying, but it's like David presents themselves one way and internally there's other things going on. Um, I don't even know if this is where you wanted to go in this reading. So let me know if not, if you want like me to move into your questions in another way. But like that's the first thing I get is that David's got some things. Okay, David's got some things going on. There's like King of Swords energy can be like there's stuff, and it's not necessarily like it can cause things like a little bit of colder energy, the stuff going on inside, a little bit guarded. Aw, you're sweet. I also want to check in if like your experience too, but yeah. Um, and it feels like there is something, whether there's like I'm hearing bond, interesting, but boundary, oh, bond, barrier. Why bond? I have to write that down. Um, I'll see what they say with bond because they threw that word at me and I don't know what it means yet. But bond. Wow, I have to pause this. I keep hearing bond, 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 bond. Oh, James Bond. Just kidding. Um, it's not boundary. What is this? They're really strong about this word bond. Like truly, like they're really strong about this. Wow. Okay. Can you give me some more, please? Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. It feels to me, so then I saw some other cards because I asked them to show me some cards. I don't know if he's got issues with bonds, like relational bonds. Like there's something about the word bond, possibly for him. I don't know if it's more for him or for you, but that there is a bit of like I don't want to say issue, but there is a bit of an issue around bonding or a bond with someone. Um, and I feel like this is where I wanna ask, you don't have to answer it, but I'm like, do you intuitively, like, is there a part of you that might sense this or that might wonder this, um, or question it or have feelings about? Because it feels to me they're saying about you that you might have more knowings than maybe you even realize. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna just check in with you first. Okay, okay. So we're on the right track then. Which like big love to you. Yeah, the word for him is bond, and I wonder if he literally has, oh, trauma bond. Oh my god. Wait, what? Is that what that is? Do you know what a trauma bond is? I'm still asking them, so it's not 100% clear. Interesting. Okay. So a trauma bond can be where people, and it doesn't have to always be bad. Trauma bonding is not always bad, but trauma bonding can be like when there's trauma in our lives, we sometimes can find others who have trauma and we bond because of either like previous pain or something or similar happenings. I'm not necessarily saying you're doing this, but it kind of feels like he's doing this to some capacity, or he's trying to he's trying to overcompensate for some sort of like trauma, and he's like bonding out of trauma. Oh, wow, that took a while to get there. So I'm not necessarily saying you're doing that. I think that's like what they're trying to express to me is that he's kind of bonding out of like a space of trauma potentially. And that is absolutely this kind of energy. Um, so yeah, let me know how that feels. And then if you have another question, we can definitely do that. Oh, wow. I'll pause it for your response. Ah. Oh, I see. So that's why you're possibly feeling a bit delusional. Is that correct? That there's like a separateness or something that's happening right now. And so do you feel like you two will connect again or something? Yeah, okay. I see. Okay. Let's see. I have two things to look into here. It fell on the floor. Okay. Gosh, they are being so hi. Hey, Champ to win. Hi, Chinaka. How are you? Um, Just in a deep read, everyone. I'll make sure to add you to my list if you want a question in a hot second. So, Jasmine, it kind of brings forward this it brings forward 5 for you, but it brings forward this next portion, almost like a presentation to you. I'll add you, Chinaka, to the list. So it's sort of saying like you technically can reconcile, and they're bringing it forward in your energy here. The response is like they're sending you either a question or something to think about. That do you really even like? Would you want to? And if the answer is yes, the answer is yes. If you want to reconcile, perfect. Then sounds like you want to, right? It sounds like you want to reconcile, but they're sort of presenting it in a way of like, in terms of what you really want for yourself and desire for yourself. Like, is this something that if you got it and they were still the same way, would you want that? Because also I'm feeling that they might present you the similar type of this energy, even if you do reconcile. So got it. Okay, so yeah, so there, that's not really like you get to choose. That's the most beautiful thing about life is that you get to choose. So you get to be like, yes, I want to reconcile, or no, I don't want to reconcile. Even if I know this, yes, like you get to decide. There's no wrong answer. But they're kind of presenting it that, they might continue in that kind of King of Swords energy a bit, even if you were to reconcile. So let me know if that makes sense, and I'll go into your other question. So I've got Alex Benchnaka and Marielle for a deep read. That's my list. If I'm missing anyone, let me know. It feels like right now they're presenting a lot of this, and not only this energy, like kind of sword energy, which isn't always bad, but they're presenting that he is in that possible colder trauma bond energy still. Like that's the most prevalent energy. So it's not that he can't change or won't change. I think they're kind of saying like over the next while, like he might still be in that energy. So if you two were to reconcile it, it's giving the idea that he will be still in the similar type of energy, and that he might not have changed or might not change like right away, if that makes sense. And then does that make sense? And then do you want me to go to the Vegas question next, or how do you feel? Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. Vegas. Hmm. It's almost like I'm getting the idea that he's either pretending not to care or something like that, or pretending that it doesn't bother um him. So I'm kind of gathering that it does bother him a bit. Um, yeah, I still feel, I feel his energy towards you. So after they've given me a pretty clear indication of where he might be at now, which we've talked about, it does now it's expressing, okay, they're like, now we have that information, and it's expressing that, thanks, Dakota, that he does still have the feels. There are still feelings that exist for you. And so, like, you going to Vegas as an example, like, it's doing something to him. I guess I should say it's doing something to him, um, because there are still like feelings present. And again, that's awesome. And they're just they're always reminding you of like where his energy might be showcasing itself right now, which is the King of Swords. We like to say, yeah, you have time. Let's see. Yes, yes. Whoa, lots of yes energies there. Yeah, I do get that. Like he's either watching from afar or there's a yeah, I don't know if he would like either show that he's watching you through like you can see it, or if it's like or if he's like creating a sometimes you can even actually Google it. I think you can like Google it or something where you're like look into their thing without them not seeing. Yes, I do get that they're watching your social media. Wondering if Jasmine will like me enough to offer me the oh awesome. Awesome, Dakota. I'll add you to the list. Does he want to do business together? Let's see. Let's see. The timer will probably be you have pretty good intuition, Jasmine, for real. Um, which by the way, that was one of the first cards they gave you was that you're super intuitive. I love that. Love that, Jasmine. Does he want to do oh there, okay, awesome. Okay, awesome, Danielle. I'll double check that. I'll add you on for the deep read. Okay, Jasmine, let's do this. Does he want to do business together? It kind of cut out the possible second part of that question, but let's just start with that. Does he want to do business together? Hmm. It's giving a yes. Yeah, it's kind of saying like it's giving a yes about doing wanting to do business together. I think he sees the value in you, if that makes sense. So let me know how that feels when you hit that, Jasmine. I need to clean up my notes. My notes are messy. Yeah. So I do gather that he sees the value. And then in terms of, like relationship stuff, um, be aware of how he's presenting himself, in his actions and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know how that feels and if I answered all of your cues. See how hot I am. You're welcome, Jasmine. I appreciate you. Okay, my list is a mess here. I didn't write it on my computer, which would keep it organized. I did it on my notes, and my notes are bananas. So I have Alex for I think two deep questions. Are you still here, Alex? And I have Chinaka for a deep question. Okay, awesome, Alex. Yay, hi. Yay. So I have Alex for two deep questions, Chinaka for a deep question, Marielle for a deep read, and then I have Dakota for I think it was it a deep question, Dakota? And then I have oopsies. And then I have Danielle for a deep read. So Alex, Chinaka, Marielle, Dakota, Danielle. Let me know you're all here and that you've heard the order if you're here. And then we'll get started into Alex's cues in just a hot second. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and Danielle, I got your payment. All is good there. Perfect. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. I think I have to pee after Alex's questions. I drank so many liquids. Okay, Alex. Will I have a long-term partner this upcoming year? Ooh, I feel it. Let me just make sure the timing aligns with what I'm feeling. I feel it. Wow. Aw, aw. It's interesting, Alex. They're showing your path to long-term partnership, which I just want to clarify, totally see it for you. Again, I have to clarify with them if it's this year or whatever. But what they're showing me is this cute little spiral energy. It's like spiraling. It goes like here, like, and then it spirals. And in the spiral is like the essence of this deep. It's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful partnership, by the way. So yes, I love that. So let me check the year though. It's not really answering your questions. So let me just see. Timeline is always movable. So even this is for anyone that's here and for you, Alex, even if I give you something that says yes or no as an example for this year, that can shift. Um, it can absolutely shift, and I'll talk about that more in your question. You want to meet someone and be with someone else. Yeah, if that's what you want, it's definitely in your energy for sure. Hmm. Mhm. Oh my goodness. Okay. So does the first part make sense for Alex from what I said or not? Because I have the next portion to answer here for you. Okay. So it's so I don't know if you're gonna be like these cheeky ones. Sometimes they're cheeky. So essentially, they're saying for you, and let me know if this resonates or not. For you, it feels like there is a cycle ending for you. There's a cycle that's ending, and they're sort of saying that this year it is very possible for you to be with someone this year. Oh my gosh, you just had 4444 and tingles on the timer. That is very secure. You definitely have a lovely long-term secure partner in your energy. There's like no doubt. It's beautiful. But this year they're saying yes, you can have it this year. And they're saying that there's a lot in your hands. Um, so 'cause we can move timelines. We can like in terms of readiness or openness, whether we're conscious or not of it, and it's not a bad thing. But they're sort of doing like, yeah, you can have it this year, and that there's some work, there's some inner work to do to help alleviate some of these like potential blockages, subconscious, I hear, in order to like really open up the access for this year if you want it this year. Does that make sense when you hear that? And again, if not, please let me know. Aw. Oh, queen, you are perfect as you are. You do not have to be perfect. You are perfect as you are right now. Aw. Oh, queen, I hear you. Thanks for following me. So Alex, I hear you, and I'm here to validate your experience and sit with you in your experience. And um, coming from up here, like, and also just within this work, we can never fail. Like we truly never fail. And I like to say the word failure for myself sometimes because I just want to own it or something like that. But in terms of your expression of it, they're saying there's no failure. There's only strengthening of. Um, Brandy, I'll add you to the list, love. Thanks. If you send a gift, you did. Yeah, I'll add you to the list for a question. So, yeah, you haven't failed your stages. You are ending a cycle, and that can ending cycles is like, oof, like it can sometimes be a lot of work. You're doing phenomenally and you're perfect. And they're sort of saying like the acceptance of who you are right now, perfectly imperfect or perfect, is like, it's like you're brilliant and you're ready. And continuing to exercise and tell yourself, I'm brilliant, I'm perfect. I didn't feel anything, it's a lesson or something like that. So um I see. Yeah, if you wanted to do a deep reading at all into any of your cycles, that's a lot of a lot of the intuitive work that comes forward is like our own inner cycles. But yeah, let me know. And then I think you had a second question. So we can either, if you want this to be the second question, we can do that. Or if you have another second question, let me know. But we can definitely step into that. I do that a lot in my one-on-ones and my deep readings. Yeah, for sure. Okay, perfect. Great. And then Chinaka, your next love. So I have Chinaka, Marielle, Dakota, Danielle, then Brandy. And some of those are deep reads, by the way, but that's just a good thing. Ooh, awesome, Chinaka. Okay, I see you. Just doing one more question for Alex, then I'll be with you, Chinaka. Okay, well, let's see what's coming forward for you, Alex. I'm gonna. Oh, I can feel the closing up, Alex. Okay. Aw, he's cute. Aw. Hmm. Would you resonate with the word scared, Alex, in terms of like really opening up to true, deep, being seen partnership? Aw, that's sweet. I love the hugs. Yeah, I feel it and oh. Okay, so this is the triggers, this is like the fear and stuff, and this is like what's here for you. Oh my God. Like all over your reading on, I can almost cry. All over your questions and the energy for you is that you have such strong partnership in your thing. And they're saying like just let it. They're like, it's so here. And your fears are real. Being scared is real. And I want to validate that with you and sit with you in that. Yeah. And you have full access, like, to full expression of love. We can open our hearts and practice opening our hearts as we navigate, like, dating, and even dating situations that don't work. It's yeah, it's still exercises for us to continue to open up our heart, and we can be aware, we can be conscious, we can make choices, and it's all leading us to this, like, this 10 of cups energy is, like, that is relationship energy at its finest. Um, so what did you ask me about? But yeah, so it feels like you do deserve a really good partner that's not fully the energy they wanna share. Let me see. Oh, they're kind of saying, like, I don't know, hold on. They want me to be very specific. Okay, so there's this essence, Alex, of it coming forward, like, you're allowed to enjoy it, and also, if you have you're gonna know sorry, this is kinda confusing. You're gonna know they're giving me a lot of information. You're gonna know when there's actual safety involved in a connection. Ooh, interesting. So, have fun exploring, continue opening your heart, be aware, because they're sort of giving the expression that there might be still a few interesting things along your way. Yeah, they're kind of giving that notion. There might be a few interesting dating scenarios along the way that maybe aren't perfect or they might not be it. When you land, in this partnership energy and you meet this person, you're still gonna be scared, but you're gonna know that you're safe to be scared. You're gonna know that it's safe to keep going forward with this person. You're gonna know. They're gonna tell you, but you're also gonna know. So, like, it's okay to continue exploring and opening up your heart and stuff like that, being aware, and if you get a feeling that's off, it's different from fear. That off feeling is very different from being scared or being fearful. It's very different. So that exercising that for yourself. And when you're in this relationship, you're gonna know. Does that make sense? Does that help at all? I have an intuition guide. I don't know. I think it's if you want, but um, it's also like you're just gonna know. So let me know how that. Right. I hear you on that. And it's honestly like you might have a few more scenarios of the failed dating experiences, but not many. Like you're quite close. You're quite close. Like you're really close. And yeah, keep opening up your heart, be wise and be wise about it. Use your beautiful intuition. And when you meet this person, you're absolutely gonna be like, I'm safe to be scared. I'm safe to do this. So I hope that helps, love. It does feel very close. Chinaka, let's go into yours. We'll make sure that Alex feels good. Aw. Yeah, if you ever wanted to do like a deep read, Alex, or a one-on-one, like you don't have to, you really don't ever have to. But if you wanted to, we can look into all of these things, right? Like what it means, what these things present yourself, how to like help give clarity in navigating it. Like you just let me know. But you're doing so great and you don't have to open up your heart if it's not the right person. You don't have to. You get to choose how you're going to do this. Um, but yeah, you do have someone very beautiful and lovely in your energy coming your way. You're welcome. Okay. Hey, Chinaka, I'm just going to run to the washroom quickly. That was very Canadian of me. You're welcome, Alex. Thank you for the gold gifts. Okay, perfect. I will be right back, everyone. I have Shanaka, Marielle, Dakota, Danielle, then Brandy. And then I might, thank you. That's nice, Alex. I might post my list after Brandy potentially. I'll see how I feel. But I'll be right back, just going to the washroom. Oh, why is that not pausing it? LOL. One moment, please. Here we go. I'm gonna stop my YouTube. Yeah. And water. It's been consistent except for that little lull where I sent you pictures. That's good. Yeah. Nice, baby. Keep it up. And then I sent gold gifts where the gifts are worth like $5. So we're gonna see what we got. Anyways. Thanks. Whoa, 5555 on YouTube. Cute. YouTube, I might end this See ya.